Hey, you crazy cats! 42's live streams and videos are simply not available on vinyl. You will have to go to the YouTubes for that. So if you want content about British traditions and culture, cutting edge social commentary from an unapologetically patriotic perspective, along with a side order of madness you simply will not find anywhere else, then this is the place for you. And to all those early adapters in the chat, don't forget to hit the notification bell. That's how you get the good stuff and make sure you never miss a tasty treat. So with that being said and done, squeeze yourself in. Let's get into it. You know you want to. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Please delete as applicable because the internet is worldwide and time zones are indeed a thing. Can I get a wee audio check, please, in the chat and see what the hell's going on here? Which looks like nothing at the moment, but very strange. And could one of the two people in the chat please let me know if we are indeed live? Because I need to check that. I'm going to presume that due to there being people in the chat, 5 by 5, right, it's okay, we're all working. Not bad, we're all good. Right, now where was I? I'm going to say my hellos, which is Mr. Paca. What about you, brother? Glad to have you here. Here's Anglo-Saxon saying, evening, brother. You're going to enjoy tonight's show. There's Emma G is in. Audio proper strong one. Emma's going to be mostly lurking tonight because she's got things to do. And that's just the way it is. But she is here in spirit. And I love that. Right. Let's see. What am I going to do? The housekeeping is... Just have to find that now. Bum, 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 bum. Where'd it go? There it is. There's actually not a lot on it. Sunday, Jack and Rags will be having a chin wag with the Scrubs. So I believe that's going to be a call-in thing. I'm also... Well, don't believe I know. I know that they had said to people about contacting them beforehand, so I don't know whether or not people did. Well, they didn't. Well, there's a schedule or anything, but that should be an interesting stream for tomorrow night. A bunch of people on talking. What we love to hear. What else have we got? John Davison's on Tuesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Not sure what he's streaming. Jack from the Jack and Rags. Yes, it was just a rag show last night. Or last week. Sorry, I think. But yes, Jack has been ill or something, or busy working or doing something. I'm not 100% sure what, and I don't want to speculate. But yes, you're right. Generally speaking, I either catch the tail end of Rags's, or if I'm in for most of it, I generally look, because Sunday is my evening for, well, I'll go and see my dad first, and then whenever I come back up to do my housework and try to clean this place and whatnot, which isn't best done while heavily involved in chat, so I tend to lurk on a Sunday night. But yes, hopefully Jack will be back. I'll tell you what I did say. I seen a thing that they shared from John Palmer's Substack, a discussion. Rags, there you go. Jack's been off for a few weeks. There we go. That's it, cleared up. Before I put my foot in anything. Yeah, Jack's been out for a couple of weeks. I wish him well. Hopefully be back well soon and streaming again. Yes, Reg shared a thing from John Palmer's Substack, which was an interesting discussion about the slavery with the Barbary pirates and stuff. But not only that, because Reg shared it, I found out John Palmer had a Substack. I've now signed up that as well. So fucking, it's a double dunter. Excellent. What else have we got? A shout out. Oh yes, Mister. Wrong order and everything. Yes, Courage is a Cure. Robin sometimes is in this chat. She will keep you abreast of all the stuff that's going on around the world with all the madness and the news and whatnot. If you want to get a take on that from down under, she's your girl. You'll find her on multiple platforms. And also, every weeknight from 8:30, we have the Dave's Waffle House, including the best duck race on the internet, which did go off, I'm not going to say without a hitch. Exactly, Anglo. Exactly. Neither did I. Regs, if you want to throw the link for those substacks and whatnot in the chat, please go ahead. And there's Mr. Waffle House has arrived then. Yes, just was about to talk about him. Yes, we did have the best duck race on the internet on Friday, not without a hitch. There were several streams before he eventually got it to work. I think that was, Dave's been having a little bit of trouble migrating from StreamYard to Streamlabs. It has been very interesting and quite funny content. Since it wasn't you, that much I can remember. It was somebody with a late charge. I remember the race, but I just can't remember whose duck it was won. It wasn't Has duck. It was somebody else. But it might have been a fix. We don't know. Right. With that, I'm going to do a couple more hellos while people are coming in. Eyes wide shut. Welcome aboard. Bass is in. What about you, chum? Real Vincent is in. Linda Hunter is in from down under. Glad to have you here. It actually came up in your suggestion list. Woo! That's strange. And that, yeah, Dave, I know it has been very painful for yourself, and I do feel your pain. I have had some similar problems in that I was trying to get the Anglo-Saxon poem recorded and my GarageBand, which I've used all along. It decided to fuck about on me, and I ended up having to do the thing that fixes most GarageBand problems, which is you get the GarageBand application, drag it to the trash, turf it out of your computer, restart your computer so it's definitely gone, and then go back to the app store and download another GarageBand, and then it worked for me. Although having said that, you've got quite a bit done with your Streamlabs setup, and I don't think you want to do that just right yet. I think you've got stuff there worth saving. Old man talk. There's John Palmer's Substack link in the Rags. Thank you very much. Excellent work. No, the duck races are the duck races are definitely not rigged. They're not rigged. They're totally fair. Everything on that, all the competitions on that show have always been totally fair, and I know this because I've won many of them, and they could not have been rigged. Right, here we go, and we're almost about 10 minutes in. Where to start with the menagerie of tonight? Where will we start? I'm going to start with a bit of Shakespeare to get us warmed up and in the mood. Oh, there's AJ's pop back. What about you, chum? Play nice, AJ. Please. But there you go. Oh, here, hold on. I've another shout out today. In the yeah, I'm going to shout this one out. There was an event happened today in Liverpool. I get this on the sharing. Share screen. Here we go. This there's a new mural has been unveiled in Liverpool today. This is coming from Young Carson's Volunteers Flute Band Facebook page. Check this beauty out. Oh yeah, this is Liverpool. I'm going to zoom that in just a little. And turn it this way, and you get another look. We've got a nice little Tommy there. And I think this is what I want to zoom in. Yep. There we go. We've got the poppy reefs. They've obviously had a bit of a parade here, and they've dedicated it and they've left some reefs. And First Liverpool Psalm Society, in tribute to the volunteers of the City of Liverpool who served with the 36th Ulster Division and other regiments 1914, 1916. And that is absolutely fucking beautiful. Well done. Big shout out to Young Carson's Volunteers. I think that is quite beautiful. Does make me a little homesick because it looks just like the ones up the road. I love to see it. We've got that. And there's Eleanor. AJ saying he's going to be on his best behavior. He's going to try to. Good. Eleanor, what about you, Sean? Right. Okay. Now we're going to actually start. Yes, we're going to start with a bit of Shakespeare. I'm presuming those hand claps are for the mural. I thought it was quite stunning. I'm really pleased with it. Right. We'll start with a little bit of Shakespeare. And we're starting with Cry Havoc and Let Slip the Dogs of War. Now, how we came to this is good friend of the channel, Mr. Anglo-Saxon, had sent me an email saying the next time we do a poetry stream to put some Shakespeare in and give me a couple of suggestions. And as you may or may not know, you might have heard it because I've said it on stream before. I know absolutely fuck all about Shakespeare. I didn't study at school. I've never read a complete play. But I have heard some quotes and speeches and stuff. And the language is absolutely beautiful. Profound and beautiful. So I thought that was something I would have a look at tonight. The other thing I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to respond to the Northern Ireland consultation on health about COVID-19 vaccines. And they're going to try to put into the policy a lot of stuff that's going to curtail people's liberties. So I'm going to respond to that and tell them I disagree with pretty much everything. Haven't read the questions yet, but I know I disagree with them because they want to keep people under control and I want people to be free. But before we get that, I thought we'll warm up with some rhetoric and a little bit of Shakespeare. I'm starting off with cry havoc, let let slip the dogs of war. Do I get the StreamYard to share that? No matter what, I've seen that video you sent me. I haven't actually watched that whole video, but what I'm going to do is look up the thing, show you how to find it, and I'm going to do the response the way I've done with a couple of the other ones. And there's also Anglo's fixing his own grammar. Anglo, don't worry, we're fine. We know what you mean. Present. Share screen. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. And I want to see this on StreamYard to see is it that there's no way that's working. This needs a bit of zoomage. Zoom in. And zoom in. Right, that'll work. Right, cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war. This is the speech and the analysis. It's from No Sweat Shakespeare. I want to give you a little bit of the context first. The context is Mark Antony's famous line comes when Julius Caesar lies dead, having been assassinated by a group of conspiratorial senators. So the people are supposed to be running the place, don't like him, and they have all gathered around and stuck loads of knives in him. Mark Antony, another army general, is allowed to approach the body and negotiates with the conspirators to allow him to make a speech to the people, so long as he promises not to say anything negative about the conspirators. While the conspirators are outside addressing the people, Mark Antony is left alone with Caesar's body. He swears he is going to get his revenge against the conspirators. He says that there's going to be a war, the likes of which no one has ever seen. He then invokes the image of a general crying havoc and releasing the dogs of war. So that's the context for this piece. A little bit of liquid, and then I shall begin. Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now I do prophesy, which like dumb mouths do ope their ruby lips, to beg the voice and utterance of tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men, domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use, that dreadful object so familiar, that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with the hands of war, all pity choked with custom of fell deeds, and Caesar's spirit raging for revenge. With it by his side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines, with a monarch's voice, cry havoc, Let slip the dogs of war, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth with with carrion men, groaning and brutal. Cry havoc, let slip the dogs of war. So basically, what he's saying here is, you just done something really bad, and you're not going to like what comes after it, because what comes after it has to be in order to ensure that these same deeds cannot be perpetrated again by the same people with the same mindset. And in this, we have Mark Antony warning the people of what is to come. And it's all wrapped up in Shakespeare's speech in this beautiful language. And what I will say about all of this is that during my school years, I was robbed and lied to by the English department. Because while these words may be flowery, and while it may have a lot of descriptors in it, it is not hard to understand. And I believe that the problem with the way it has been taught, or in my case, not taught, because it's much too difficult for you common people, was because they did not want us to possess this type of language, which might actually work at times whenever we need to be persuasive. I've no evidence or proof for that, but I can give you that as my opinion. And with that, I'm going to look at the chat. So I'm just checking the chat. It is we're probably going to end up there. We will probably end up with a bit of Kipling tonight. What I want to do next is I want to what does Mr. Blog say? Shakespeare was hard work. The VHS of Romeo and Juliet was worn out by us trying to freeze on the boob scene. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that is true. I'll tell you another thing. The only bit of AJ, that's enough for me. No worries. If you're coming back here as a reformed character, you and I will have no problems whatsoever. That's we're all good. And thank you for saying that. Jay might have been stoned a couple of times before Eleanor. That's what happened. Jay might have been a little bit incapacitated while still typing, but we're all good. I'm accepting that as genuine, and we're all good. What the fuck was I saying there? Before that, yeah. What I want to do is I want to get towards this consultancy thing. I want to get that done and out of the way, because I've decided I want to get that done, and then I want to talk about poetry and language and stuff. Before I do that, I've got a Facebook clip I'm going to play from a DUP councillor in Belfast City Council. And it's talking, see, we're on we're on topic now. Right, here we go.
Alderman McCulloch.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. I rise to speak on C435, the consultation on policy proposals underpinning a public health bill for Northern Ireland. The Democratic Unionist Party takes any proposed legislation that could impact personal freedoms extremely seriously.
Right, here, hold on. I'm actually going to slow this down and break down all what's going on here. What you all have to know is most of your city council or town council, or in England, parish council meetings or whatever, will be online. You can go and watch those. I have got out of the habit of watching the Belfast City Council one, which I really ought to do, because it's only like 2 hours max once a month. I need to get back in that habit. But whenever they're going to talk about something, they'll start off by explaining the bill or whatever it is that they're going to talk about, and their party and whatnot. That's just the format that it starts off with. So,
Alderman McCulloch.
So
thank you, Lord.
So the guy with a necklace, he's calling Alderman McCulloch to give his time to speak, and then he's going to speak for his community.
Lord Mayor, I rise to speak on C435, the consultation on...
Right, T435 is a proposal by Belfast City Council for Belfast City Council to have a united response to this consultation document on health, and he's going to give the DUP position
on policy proposals underpinning a public health bill for Northern Ireland. The Democratic Unionist Party takes any proposed legislation that could impact personal freedoms extremely seriously. There are growing, real and legitimate concerns across our city and our country at the potential introduction of powers extending to, for example, domestic travel bans, compulsory medical examination and mandatory vaccination. Indeed, in announcing the extension of the public consultation until the 14th of October 2024, the Minister said the following.
Right, this is extend. The deadline for responses to this is the 14th of October, which is why I've bumped it into tonight's slot and not waited for a couple of weeks for the Welcome to the Revolution stream, where I would normally do stuff like this, but this is time sensitive. And have you heard that this bill is going to vastly curtail your movement? So it is sort of important.
I am not in favour of mandatory vaccination, even in limited and tightly prescribed circumstances, nor am I, for the record. However, in stating this, the Minister has rendered a significant element of the consultation redundant. Therefore, we, the Democratic Unionist Party, believe that the consultation should be withdrawn and the Department revisit the proposals put forward given the Minister's view, but also in response to the wider public concerns expressed around individual liberty.
Right, I'm going to replay that little bit again, because what I've done here is I've now got a bit of help with filling this in, because I'm going to reuse the points that he used, because they're still valid and they're good.
Consultation redundant. Therefore, we, the Democratic Unionist Party, believe that the consultation should be withdrawn and the Department revisit the proposals put forward given the Minister's view, but also in response to the wider public concerns expressed around individual liberty. In shaping a new consultation, the Department should be mindful of the concerns that have been expressed around individual liberty and the checks and balances between the power of government and personal freedoms and choice. This is about personal freedoms, individual liberties and choices. So I am proposing, Lord Mayor, that a corporate council approach is not agreed, and it is accepted that individual parties will make their own response. And failing that, a further proposal would be that we take it back to committee. Thank you.
So there you go. What he said is we're not going to just lump in along with whatever else you just said. We're making our own response. I'm going to have a quick steam through his Facebook page because there's another bit that I want to show because it was quite good. Oh, those of you that have heard of the Schenkel bomb and the little 14-year-old girl who was murdered there, Liam Murray, her mother has passed this week, which is very sad, but she's now back with her daughter, and the fight for justice for that continues. Yep. Oh, this I wanted to play.
Ideas from the Alliance Party about how.
Hold on. Here we go.
In fact, I have a paper here from the 69 ideas from the Alliance Party about how we can improve our city centre.
City centre.
Did you take a point?
No, and the work. I've no desire to hear the 68 further points the Alliance Party have on their sheet. Somebody else might want to read that.
I really like the way he dealt with it. He sidestepped the number because the Alliance Party would be like your Lib Dems, probably. They're pretend to be for everybody, but they're very communisty in their outlook and things. But they produced not 70 or 60 or 65 or 100 points for Belfast City Centre. They finished on the number 69. Don't know why. Don't know why it had to be 69. Probably very similar to the same reason why whenever Belfast City Council gave a bonus to their workers that worked out at £666, the mark of the beast. And the Alliance's ideas is a fucking sexual position. But I'll let you hear that again.
In fact, I have a paper here from the 69 ideas from the Alliance Party about how we can improve our city centre.
City centre.
Did you take a point?
No, and the work. I've no desire to hear the 68 further points the Alliance Party have on their sheet. Somebody else might want to read that.
In fact, I have a paper here from the 69 ideas from the Alliance Party
Sorry, I'm just going to go back to
about how we can improve our city centre.
City centre.
Did you take a point?
No, and the work. I've no desire.
Stop. Right. Back to StreamYard. I want to see the comments. Right. Okay. Right. Now, I'm going to drop that out. And what I'm going to do is attack this. Not the time yet, Anglo. No, mate. Actually, we need to talk. You just stay where you're at. I'll send you an email about all that. The war's going to be in your place, mate. Oh, believe me, this Labour government is going to attempt to give Northern Ireland back to the Irish Republic. And then you're going to get a civil war. And so it wouldn't just be the other territories, because I swear to fuck, what happens whenever that goes back, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, because it could go a number of different ways, but it's not the way the government thinks. And that they've got it very wrong. And we will see. Now, let us have a go at finding this document. Get me a search tab up. I'll go with the ducks. Right, there's a duck. StreamYard. Present. Share screen. Share screen. DuckDuckGo. Right. here's how to find this. We're going to type in Northern Ireland vaccine LTAT. And yes, those words are all spelled wrong, but it will still health. Northern Ireland Health Consultation. Yep, there we go. First one up. Consultation on a new public health bill for Northern Ireland. Check it, that flipped over, did it? Did. And I'm going to give you a little more zoomage. Right. If you've been about this channel before, you'll see that this starts to take a familiar form. The department has launched a consultation asking views on health protective measures. That means you are being asked. It's really simple. If you respond to this, you've been asked and answered. If you haven't, you've been asked and you haven't answered, and whatever happens is partially to do with you. Now, you probably should read all of this stuff, but I'm not going to. Note the editors. I'm going to go straight to the consultation over 12 weeks, closes 27 September. That has been extended, and the documents are available here. Respond online. The Department of Health seeking views on a policy proposal which will underpin the development of a new public health bill for Northern Ireland. This is the second consultation on public health legislation and seeks your views on specific policy proposals that will underpin provisions to be included in a new public health bill. First consultation, blah, 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 blah. Give us your views. Online survey. Now, if you wish to, you can write all this out, type it out, get it printed, send it all in on your own, and have that, which means that you can go through the policy page by page, line by line, and respond to absolutely everything. Which is something I have done for previous bills. But what I want to do is A, respond to this, and B, show people how to respond, and at least give people the option of becoming involved in the process. Information use. Being transparent and providing accessible information to individuals is key to the Department of Health. Commitment to building trust and confidence in our ability to process the information we share you. It is therefore important to note that your response, along with all other responses to this consultation, may be disclosed on request in accordance with Freedom of Information Act. So if somebody sends in a Freedom of Information Act about the responses, say how many people thought it was good to lock people up and how many people thought people should be allowed to leave their house, then your answer in this is going to come up in that answer. If you want the information that you provide to be treated as confidential, it would be helpful if you could explain to us why you're no. Actually, I want my responses to be accessible to the public. How your information will be used. And we'll continue. Yeah. I'm 42. Will I do this as men's rights Northern Ireland, or will I not? I'm not doing it as men's rights Northern Ireland. I'm just going to let that go, which leaves me If I have time, the opportunity to do men's rights in Northern Ireland page by page, which I may do. By the way, name is optional. And postal address is optional. And postcode is only necessary. Email address I'm going to give you. Oh ho ho. One momento. I just need to do that for a second. StreamYard Studio. Fuck off. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm not putting an email address. And this is getting added. I'm an individual. While it's not essential, we'll assist the department on analysing responding on behalf. No. Continue. Do you agree with the proposed statement? Oh. They have changed all of this. Do you agree or disagree with the proposed statement of intent? One momento. I need to open up this now. Pages 7 to 9. StreamYard, stop at screen. Not yet. Yet. Share screen. Share screen. Normally, it gives you the thing in the question, so I need to go to page 7. Where am I on? The 2015 consultation sought views on whether new legislation should include a set of principles, statement of intent, list of objectives. While most respondents supported the inclusion of a combination of principles, a statement of the intent and area and objective, the final position should reflect the importance and clarity. A statement of intent could be included in the preamble of the bill to clarify the purpose of be confirmed. Whilst a statement of intent clarifies the risk of the legislation to mitigate, the department does not consider that it is necessary to include a set of objectives within the bill itself. The basis of the legislation is drafted accurately and the objectives are clear to see. However, these aspects could be discussed. Right. I'm going to be saying no to that, and this is going to be a pain in the fucking arse. But what we're going to do is back to StreamYard. Eleanor, I got a bit of advice for you. The first time he contacted me after midnight, I told him it wasn't appropriate. Then he did it again on last night, making out he's a victim. You know what to do? Just block all communication with whoever the fuck that is. I don't know who it is, I don't care. But if you're getting hassle and it's upsetting you, just block. And then you don't have to deal with it again. Right. I'll have to stop that one. Present and share the screen. Share screen. Do you agree or disagree with the proposed statement of intent? I never fucking seen a statement of intent. The public health bill should include a statement of principles or intent or objectives or a combination of these. No, it shouldn't. It should fucking go straight to the thing. The WO would be words for the sake of having words. What is needed is good policies. Right. And we'll continue. Do you agree with the definition of infected and contaminated? Pages 7 to 9. Right, hold on. The public health bill should be based on the all hazards approach and be considered with the World Health Organization International Health Regulations 2015. Definition of infected or contaminated. Need to stop this stream. Yeah, if it was a guy you gave some friendly advice to, he has taken the piss and went way past where he should have done with it. Hango says hit the like or I'll hit you in the car park. Oh, fuck, class. Right. Nah, I need to go back to this other fucking thing. Share screen. Sure. To define infected and contaminated, the department prefers to use the model presented in the English legislation to maintain flexibility. The definition of infected and contamination proposed is any infection or contamination which presents or could present a significant harm to human health. Fuck no. That is way too broad for anything, and I'm going to drop that out. Fuck me. Just do my head in. Stop that. Present. People, I don't think this is going to make for a good YouTube. Sure. Fucking wrong thing. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Sure. Disagree. Is very this definition is much too wide and CMPS. Fuck. And includes small sneeze through to leprosy. This is going to fucking do my head in. Leprec. Fuck off. Oh, Dave, your stream went absolutely brilliantly last night. You had nothing to worry about compared to this shit show. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, leprosy. And we're going to continue that. Do you agree with other existing do you agree or disagree that other existing public health legislation, environmental health legislation, sufficiently describes the functions and duties and powers? Yes. And not only does the health minister currently have sufficient powers, but already went so far as to fringe on right. Not only does the health minister currently have sufficient powers, but they have already went so far as to infringe on personal liberty. And we'll continue that. Organising response. Do you agree or disagree that there is... Do you agree or disagree that there is no requirement to replace the bill, replicate the bill in the provisions of health security? EU Exit Regulations 2021 in relation to monitoring on pages 10 to 14. I need to go have a look at page 10 to 14. Recommendation is the department should aim to ensure that new legislation provides a greater clarity regarding the roles and responsibilities of bodies concerned. Sorry, right. No, it's not you wanted to say. 10 to 14. 11, 12. Hold on. Woo! The regulations also place a duty on UK public health agencies to collect information from epidemiological surveillance and to share it with other UK health agencies. There's a duty on the UK focal point, which is United Kingdom Health Security Agency. Who knew that? To report to the WHO the information to be shared by UK public health agency. These regulations also require the UK authorities must consult each other with a view to coordinating efforts to develop, strengthen, and maintain. Do you agree or disagree that there is no requirement to replicate? I believe the fuck off. I'm having an absolute nightmare here. Right, need to get a little bit of liquid and do some thinking. There is a REQU. There is a requirement for all this GESEST. That's a bureaucracy. BUROU. Fuck off. My head's away with. Murder, he wrote. Yeah. I believe in a thing called love. Oh, fuck. Yes, that's the word. Thank you. Brad, thank you so much. BREAU. CRACY. Bureaucracy needs curtailed, and people need their Right, there we go. I believe there's a requirement for all this bureaucracy to be curtailed and people need their freedoms returned. There we go. And Brad, thank you very much for that. Do you agree or disagree with the all hazards approach to notification? I totally disagree. Emmy must be kept to minimum as medical information is to any reporting must be kept to a minimum because medical information is supposed to be private. Do you agree or disagree with the duties being placed on registered medical practitioners? 14 to 66. I really need to read this whole fucking bill, people. One momento. $66. What must be? Right, get back to this here. Right. These duties become, I'm going to disagree. These duties become BE medical data collection. So need reduced. Do you agree with types of information that registered practitioners must notify? I've got a list of the things that they have to notify. It is what must be notified: name, date of birth and sex, home address, postcode, current residence, telephone number, occupation, name and address and postcode, place of work or education, any relevant overseas travel history, ethnicity, contact details for parent or personal responsibility, disease or infection which patient has or suspected of having, or the nature of patient's contamination or suspected contamination, date and consent, onset of symptoms. Yeah, there's too much. It's just too much. Disagree. Too much information when there is no. Do you agree or disagree if the duties be placed upon operators, directors of diagnostic laboratories? Let's have a look and see what we can find on that. Name and address of the diagnostic, date and time when the sample occurred. All right. We're still on about 4 pages in Notify. Provision will also be made to the effect that the duty to notify does not apply where the operator director of the diagnostic laboratory reasonably believes that the PHA has already been notified by the operator director. Reasonably believes? No, there cannot be a reasonably believes. There is no place for believes a policy where an individual can end up on house arrest. Right, I'm going to go back to StreamYard. Right, we're 1 hour 8 minutes in. Right, people, what I'm considering doing right now is putting that policy document on hold because it's much longer than and much more detailed than I thought it was going to be. And I also didn't think I was going to have to flip between 2 documents. And what I'm considering doing is having a short musical interlude, coming back and talking about Shakespeare. Can you give me a 1 in the chat if that's the way you want to go? And 2 in the chat if you want to carry on with this madness, and give me any other suggestions that you've got, because I don't think this is making good content for you. Yeah. Good. Thank fuck for that. Thank you, people. And for the record, if I go on some tangent again in future, I'm just going to stop that screen. Then that takes that out. And I've still got to play with later. Yeah, if I'm going on something mad that's not really working, people in the chat, feel free to let me know. I won't get upset if it's... I won't get upset if it's... the opposite of what Billy wants. Yeah, you would. You would be on that every time. Right. We're going to have a musical interlude. And we're going to do a bit of harmony, melody, and rhyme, which gives me a bit of time to fucking get my head back together. I will say I'm quite pleased that I actually managed to figure out the stop that madness and not just continue. Regs is after stiff little fingers. Oh fuck. Here we go.
Hello, this is 42 speaking. Welcome to the Resistance. You are not alone, and we shall walk this journey together. What about you, chum? If one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. Let us gather together those that can perform, and from the scarred timbers build our own platform. From that grand house they tried to burn down, there's gold in the ashes if you look around. Let us gather together those that can perform, then from those scarred timbers build our own platform. Build our own platform. We will sing words of wisdom. We will sing world harmony, melody, and rhyme. We descended from minstrels in old days of yore. We will create a culture as we did once before, forced to stand by as our country was sold. Did you really think we'd leave that story untold? So one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. They have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. They have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. Stand by as our country was sold. Did you really think we'd leave that story untold? We will sing words of wisdom. We will sing we will sing harmony, melody, rhyme. Harmony, melody, and rhyme. So one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. I have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. Never realized you could not kill a dream. So we will gather together those that can perform, and from the scarred timbers build our own platform. You're talking to 42. What about you, chum? If one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. never realized you cannot kill a dream. You cannot kill a dream. And we shall walk this journey together.
All right. Oh yes, I know all about that march. That parade. That that whole event was contained inside one school, and their parade only went like 40 yards and back again in a circle, because that's as far as they could go. And this week there was a small parade by the Cozy Psalm Association that went past that place, which didn't need to, but the adjusted a little bit. And no, it's not locals involved in that. My opinion on the usual shite show is stop funding it. Stop funding anything in the Middle East. Stop funding the Israelis. Stop funding the Palestinians. Stop funding the Iranians. Stop funding the Iraqis. Stop funding everybody. And go, you've got this amount of space. You've got your own money, and you can make it work together or make it not work together. And I don't really care if you build a wall around that whole fucking thing and play away in between it, but want fuck all to do with it. As to the rights or wrongs of it, I neither know nor care. I really don't give a fuck who's right or who's wrong. I just don't want anything to do with it. Put a wee wall around it. Don't give them any money in. Don't give them any food in, and see if they can get on. Because I think under those conditions, they would suddenly decide that actually we do want to get on, and everything would be fine. But we keep on giving money into a war, and we keep getting more war. Same as we did in Afghanistan. Same as we do in Ukraine. Same as happens in Kosovo. Same as happens everywhere. It turns out if you fund the war, you get a war. Parkgate just asked a quick question about the Middle East, and that was it. Well, like, here's where it gets really interesting. People in England don't know what the fuck's happening in Northern Ireland. People in Northern Ireland don't know what the fuck's happening in England. People in England don't know what the fuck's happening in Wales. People in England and Wales don't know what the fuck's happening in Scotland or in Northern Ireland. And these four countries are all supposed to be part of the one fucking country. And we don't know what the fuck each other is doing. But all of a sudden we know exactly what the fuck happened in the Middle East. Bullshit. It's the same. Yep, exactly. It's not my war. It's not my fucking anything. Defund it. See, if you stop giving them money, they will stop killing each other because they'll need to use their money for food. I know that sounds simplistic. Oh, totally. I get that it's a really big game and there's a shitload of proxies, but you know what? The money's all coming from the same place. It's all coming from the West. Well, there's a chunk of money from the Middle East going in, but you don't need to worry about how many proxies there are if they're all feeding out of the same trough, which seems to be us. With that, we're going to go back to look up another bit of Shakespeare, and it is the once more onto the breach. And if I can get back to StreamYard, I can actually share that. Share screen. Share screen. to look at this on StreamYard. That will probably do. Shakespeare's Once More Into the Breach, dear friends, a speech from Henry V below, along with a modern English translation. 1 second, I'm going to cough, clear my throat. Once more into the breach, charter friends. Sorry, start again. Once more onto the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close up the wall with our English dead. In peace there's nothing, so becomes a man. As modest stillness and humanity. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, and the intimate action of the tiger, stiffen the sinews, summon the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favoured rage, then lend the eye a terrible aspect. Let prey through the partage of the head, like the brass cannon, let brow overwhelm it, as fearfully as doth the gilded rock, or hanging and jutty its confounded base, swilled with the wild and wasteful ocean. Now set the teeth and stretch the nostrils wide, hold hard the breath, and bend up every spirit to his full height. On, you noblest English, whose blood is fed from fathers of war-proof, fathers that, like so many Alexanders, have in these parts from morn till even fought, and shirteth their swords for lack of argument. So they had to sheathe their swords because there are only people to kill. Dishonour not your mothers. Attest now that those whom you call fathers did not beget you. Be copy now to men of grosser blood, and teach them how to war. And you, good yeoman, whose limbs were made in England, show us here the mettle of your pasture. Let us swear that you're worth your bleeding, which I doubt not, for there is none of you so mean and base, that hast not noble lustre in your eyes. I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start, the game's afoot, follow your spirit, and upon his charge, cry, glory for Harry, England, and St. George. That's fucking beautiful. See if that doesn't ruffle your feathers and make you want to fight a war. I don't know what will. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go back and look in the comments. Oh, yes. The yeomanry is what always won the wars for the English. Not the knights in armour. It was always the yeomans who would go in without chivalry and dispatch the enemy. That's us. That's the working classes. That's what the British working classes are bred to do. And that is a type of rhetoric we're supposed to listen to bring us to that point. And with that, I'm going to drop that out. And I believe I have a little bit of a video to play, because I did actually do some research. I know it doesn't look like it from the hold on. Yeah, I did actually do some research. Or sound like it at the moment, but I did actually do some research, and I've got a video of a speech being delivered by an actor. Yes, an actor, someone that's good at this stuff and delivering lines and shit. And here we go. This is the Band of Brothers speech. I'm not sure what film this is actually out of. but it is a film. Oh, thank you, Solis. Share screen. Share screen. That would be the one. Share this.
Of fighting men, they have full 70,000.
That's 5 to 1. Besides, they are all fresh.
Tis a fearful odds.
Oh, that we now had here but 10,000 of those men in England that do no work today.
What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. If we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country loss. And if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. Rather, proclaim it, Westmoreland, through my host, that he which hath no stomach to this fight, let him depart. His passport shall be made, and crowns for convoy put into his purse. We would not die in that man's company that fears his fellowship to die with us. This day is called the Feast of Crispian. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand at tiptoe when this day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispian. He that shall see this day and live old age will yearly, on the vigil, feast his neighbours and say, tomorrow is St. Crispin's. Then will he strip his sleeve and show his scars and say, these wounds I had on Crispin's day. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot, but he'll remember with advantages what feats he did that day. Then shall our names, familiar in their mouths as household words, Harry the King, Bedford and Exeter, Warwick and Talbot, Salisbury and Gloucester, be in their flowing cups freshly remembered. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispian shall ne'er go by from this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother. Be he ne'er so vile, this day shall gentle his condition. And gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whiles any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's Day!
With Asana, AIT makes...
That is absolutely fucking beautiful. That is absolutely fucking beautiful. What I'm very curious about is how our language has changed from that to it is today. And I'm going to actually get up something about language here. Children language, which I think I have saved. No, I don't have it saved, but I know how to get it. Check this shit out once I get it up. Where am I? Yep. I need you to go to that. One moment though. This. Right. StreamYard. Sure. Facebook. Check this out. You may have heard this before, you may not, I don't know.
Will be regarded more as statistics than as actual people.
I think it'll be very dull, and people would all be squashed together so much there won't be any fun or anything. And people will be rationed to the amount of things they can have.
I don't think it's going to be so nice. I think sort of all machines everywhere, everyone doing everything for you. You know, you'll get all bored, and I don't think it'll be so nice.
I think it's going to be very boring. And everything will be the same. I mean, people will be the same and things will be the same.
First of all, those computers are taking over now. Computers and automation. And in the year 2000, there just won't be enough jobs to go around. And the only jobs there will be for people with high HQ, you know, high IQ, who can work computers and such things. And other people are just not going to have jobs. There just aren't going to be jobs for them to have.
I think it'll be people will be regarded more as statistics than as actual people.
I think it'll be very dull, and people would all be squashed together so much there won't be any fun or anything. And people will be rationed to the amount of things they can have.
I don't think it's going to be so nice. I think sort of all machines everywhere, everyone doing everything for you. You know, you'll get all bored, and I don't think it'll be so nice.
I think it's going to be very boring.
That was Children in 1966. So, like, how come we went from that level of intelligence out of our children to the lack of intelligence that we'll have from the fucking adults? How the fuck did that happen? It has to have happened inside the schools. It's the only place it could have happened. And I'm not even thinking about just their ideas, because they were thinking in very but just the words that they chose to use. Like dull. How's that? They were at 1984. Yeah. It definitely is, but whenever the children used to speak like that, I don't think they had any problems reading Shakespeare. I think the problems with reading Shakespeare appeared whenever they greatly reduced the vocabulary. And we keep on adding new words to the dictionary every year, but they don't mean what they're supposed to mean. They don't mean what they're supposed to mean. And they aren't really words, and then they're reducing the amount of words that are in use, and that reduces the way you can think. Oh, so there you go. There's that. What else did I have that I was going to talk about? Yes. And another one. It's not the few I want. That's not the one I wanted. Hold on. One momento. Right. We're going to have now this figure that I'm going to have speaking now is a bit controversial. Some people like him, some people don't. I'm not really that worried about that or anything. What I'm interested here is the use of the language. Share screen. Because I think the use of the language here is very good.
What General Weygand has called the Battle of France is over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin. Upon this battle depends the survival of Christian civilization. Upon it depends our own British life and the long continuity of our institutions and our empire. The whole fury and might of the enemy must very soon be turned on us. Hitler knows that he will have to break us in this island or lose the war. If we can stand up to him, all Europe may be freed, and the life of the world may move forward into broad, sunlit uplands. But if we fail, then the whole world, including the United States, including all that we have known and cared for, will sink into the abyss of a new dark age, made more sinister and perhaps more protracted by the lights of perverted science. Let us therefore brace ourselves to our duty, and so bear ourselves that if the British Empire and its commonwealths last for 1,000 years, men will still say, this was their finest hour.
Have you heard a politician sound like that any time lately? The problem, I get there's problems with Churchill. Wasn't really about a lot of things, but he was very good during the war. But have you heard, when was the last time you heard politicians that actually sounded like Britain or wanted the best for the British people? Because that doesn't happen very often. One sec. The notes and postcards my nan had from squatties when she left the RAF were shocking. They were more literate. They wrote poetry. Yeah. Oh, fucking poetry in the trenches is a well-renowned thing. You're not around squatties for too long before you start to hear which one of Liz writes the poems. Rags. Yep. Bonnie Ladd had the diversity parade in East Belfast. Here's what happened today. I've got a little bit of a video of that. This is the same area that that diversity parade was. I'm going to I'm just going to play this a bit. I haven't watched this before. StreamYard check. Or one. We are. Cozy song. I'm going to skip this one a bit.
Sorry.
Going to pause this any minute now. Oh, fuck no. Yeah, you point your camera where you think.
Flinches of the Ulster Defence Regiment, who served and who died protecting our country from Republican aggression. For those unfamiliar to this memorial wall, the top mural depicts a wounded British soldier being comforted by a ghostly figure of a 36th Ulster Division soldier from World War I, emphasising the point that no matter the conflict, we remember and honour these men and women. We have now added the mural below in recognition of those UDR soldiers who have also paid such a heavy price. Time moves on, and sadly, those who have served and died, with the exception of close friends and family, are mainly forgotten. Many of our younger generation do not understand the pain, the fear, or the suffering that many families endured purely by accident.
Sorry, I'm just skipping through. I want to try and get a bit more that shows you the mural.
Good afternoon. My name's Joe Mean. I'm the community pastor in Mullafield Church.
Right, so that was that was going on a good 500 yards from where the supposed equality thing was on the Woodstock Road last week, and I can confirm that Communities Together, who organised that, did not decide to come down and have a look at what was going on inside the community, and that they are totally ignoring one portion of that community, and it's not going to work out very well for them. Sheila stopped the dots. What about you? Well, it has been pointed out to Communities Together that Edward Carson did say that our opponents have nothing to worry about. For the rights we demand for ourselves, we shall extend to everyone. And Northern Ireland is unique within the British, within the United Kingdom, as always having had access to voting due to it being created as a country after the Representation of Peoples Act, and it's founded upon equality. It's just they keep on making up fucking invented bullshit to complain about. But anyway, so there was a little bit of East Belfast. We've had a bit of Shakespeare, we've had a bit of Churchill, and right. Right, we're going to have a little bit of a musical interlude, and then we're going to do the outros. And what do we want for a musical outro? A musical interlude. I know what we're going to do. We're going to, because tonight's just all went mad. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll cancel that. And I'm going to play a Protestant Boys, because why not? That can go. I'll need another YouTube. Or we'll play Highland Cathedral. I'll go with Highland Cathedral. Right. We'll put this one up. One momento. Just getting this to the end of the bagging pipes. We'll decode that, and we'll StreamYard, and we'll present. Oh, fuck. You're right. Regs, good call. We will have When the Saxons Began to Hate. And that's coming up right now. Actually, fuck's sake. Polish this up again. Right, I'm going to get that. Yep, that's the one I like. Right, just to get past the advertisements, we've skipped you. StreamYard. Share that.
Hello everyone, I'm James from By the Fireside, and today I'm going to read The Wrath of the Awakened Saxon by Rudyard Kipling. This poem is also known as The Beginnings, but I will be reading the altered version. It was not part of their blood, it came to them very late, with long arrears to make good, when the Saxon began to hate. They were not easily moved, they were icy, willing to wait, till every count should be proved, ere the Saxon began to hate. Their voices were even and low, their eyes were level and straight. There was neither sign nor show when the Saxon began to hate. It was not preached to the crowd, it was not taught by the state. No man spoke it aloud when the Saxon began to hate. It was not suddenly bred, it will not swiftly abate. Through the chilled years ahead, when time shall count from the date that the Saxon began to hate.
The Anglo-Saxon shook his head sharply, his hair dislodging, droplets of sweat from the back of his neck, the produce of moving a carcass to the workbench. The sharpened blades and cleavers felt natural in his hand. The carcass divided to his will. The Anglo-Saxon's muscle memory was that of a warrior. His body was lost to the toil, but his mind wandered to memories that were not his own. An intruder startled the Anglo-Saxon. However, before him was not the meadows of his ancestors, but a butcher's shop window. While politely serving the customer, the Anglo-Saxon mourned the loss of a kingdom he had never known, of the customs and rituals that were lost before his grandparents were even born. Outside, the streets were a bustle. He knew there were others like him, ones who carried the warrior's pride. Amongst them, he would find the rightful place of the Anglo-Saxon. No worries, man. There we go. That's a bit of Highland Cathedral with the East Belfast Protestant boys. And with that, I think I'm pretty much done. I'm going to do an outro. What I do want to say, thank you to everybody else, everybody here that stuck with me tonight, because it started off as a bit of a shit show. I think we did actually get the decent stream in the end. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Anglo, for your input, the good ideas. Rags, thanks for your input. And that's for suggesting content, by the way. And thank the rest of you for sticking with me. Even the drunk silliest. Pleasure to have you here. And you didn't get out of line, so we're all good. AJ didn't even get out of line. We'll have a nice, pleasant night, and it's been patriotic. And with that, I think I'm going to eat some. No, I'm not going to eat some bugs. I'm going to play some Eat the Bugs, and then we're going to get out of here. Oh, thank you, people, for all those 42s, by the way. That's really lovely. I'm going to play Eat the Bug. It is going to work. It's going to work. No, it's not fucking sharing. Your device is having trouble sharing that video. Right, hold on. Cancel that shit. Present video file. Red.
.42 speaking. Welcome to the resistance. You were all nothing, and you will be happy. As you will eat the bugs. Eat the bugs.
Oh shit, man. Eat the bugs? You got me wrong. You got me so wrong. You ever seen a cave drawing of somebody with a spear hunting a mosquito? Well, me either. We eat meat and we have choices. You think the hedgehog right? It tastes like chicken. Fucking chicken. I ain't eating your bugs. I ain't eating your bugs. I started off with nothing and I'm never going back. I'm not getting on your progressive track. With Agenda 2030, I refuse to engage. I can see where it is going and it's just another cage. I've got hedgehog, I've got rabbit, I've got wild hog. Fuck it, I can even move to Alaska and get me a nice caribou. Eating your bugs. They're trying to take away what I fought so hard to get, so I'm going to say no to your cattle country. Eat the bugs, live in some communal pod with no fucking privacy. Oh, nothing and be happy. I've seen the people with nothing and they don't look happy. Eat the bugs, live in some communal pod with no fucking privacy. Oh, nothing to be happy. I'm not eating your bugs. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not eating your bugs. Fuck it. I'm not eating your bugs. Fuck it. Fuck it. As you will be
me wrong. You got me so fucking wrong. There are millions of us in the UK, billions worldwide, unvaccinated, striding out into our third winter of death with not a care in the world. Eating pig, eating cow, eating chicken, and we will not conform. Fuck it, I'm not eating your bugs. Hey, Klaus Schwab, this is 42, and I want the word with you. Motherfucker.
This is the fourth industrial revolution. We have a window of opportunity for the great reset. Technology is a critical weapon. History is truly at a turning point. We can shape a better world, and we will reglobalize to make it a better place. So will all learn, and so will live, and so will eat the bugs.
You haven't got me talking. Why are the United Nations in charge of Stonehenge? Keeping me away from the stones? That's not world heritage, that's British heritage. You're getting to a point where the people just want to be left alone and going to get involved. Tell me again, why is the United Nations running Stonehenge? Fuck it. Stonehenge, new games, a fucking Penny Mountain Range, now owned by UNESCO, so you and I can never go. Fuck your 15-minute cities and your Internet of Things. We are going back to nature, see what that life brings. We had a good look at the bombing you did, so we hook up with the Woodlander and take our shit off grid. Fuck it. We hook up with the Woodlander and take our shit off grid. Fuck it. We'll hook up with the Woodlander and take our shit off grid.
This is 42 speaking. Welcome to the Resistance.
Fuck it. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. This has been fucking amazing tonight. I've been 42. You lot in the chat have been fucking amazing, as always. And I will see you all next week. Good night. God bless. And all the best to you and yours. I'm out of here. Goodbye.